Excuse me. Okay, welcome back, people. Time for another one of my videos of Zach's anime reviews. So, as usual, before I begin, I own the rights to none of this anime. There may be some cursing, there probably will be some spoilers. Moving along. The anime for this review will be The Testament of Sister New Devil, otherwise known as Shinmei Mao no Testament. Yeah, it sounds like it should be the Testament of the New Sister Devil, but for some reason it's the Testament of Sister New Devil. I'm not quite sure how that came out, but anyway. This is a 12-episode season so far that ran from January 8th, 2015 to March 26th, 2015. And there is a second season on the way, and it is coming out October 2015. So it's doing another one of those things like they did with Tokyo Ghoul, where they 12 episodes are waiting like a few months, and then they're picking it up. And it's probably gonna be exactly where they left off at the end in the last episode. So that's gonna be bullshit. So yeah. Hey, you said you wanted a little sister, right? First-year high school student Tojo Basara was suddenly asked by his father and fell into a state of panic. On top of that, the eccentric father told him he was getting remarried. He then departed overseas after bringing Basara two beautiful stepsisters. But Mio and Maria's true forms are actually the newbie demon lord and a succubus. Anyway. So that's the synopsis. That's an okay synopsis. I mean, it tells you some of the basic stuff, but doesn't get into the fact. It doesn't give out the surprise of what Basara is. Of course, they bring that in the first episode, so I'm not quite sure why. So anyway, yeah. So his father's like, "Hey, you wanted little sisters? Well, I'm getting remarried, and these two will be little sisters." But then he departs overseas and leaves Basara with these two ugly sisters. Who the redhead is Mio, who is the demon lord, or daughter of the previous demon lord, with the power and everything that was killed. So she's the target of this new demon lord and the people who want the demon lord's power and stuff like that. And then there's Maria, the succubus. She's the little blonde one in the far bottom right. She acts just like you would think a succubus would be. So, and she is Mio's protector. So yeah, his father goes overseas on a trip after they move in with Basara and his father. And that's when they reveal themselves to him like, okay, we need to take this over. We are not something else. So we're just begging to make you leave. Like, oh, you scared? Like, discover magic? And he's like, no. Because I'm like one of these, I'm a person from the hero village. So I know all about you guys. About magic and demons and everything. Which was, and his father is too, so it's kind of like, and his father was never getting remarried. It was just a trick they tried. They used magic on his father to get him do that, to believe that he's getting remarried and let them move in. But since him and his father are heroes from the hero village, it doesn't work on him, and he's like, yeah, I'll take him in anyway. So yeah, so they end up leaving the house until he goes after him like, oh no, we are fucking family. I will take care of you, because like they grow attached and stuff like that. So yeah, so they become the family, and they kind of become his little sisters per se. Though there's quite some interesting developments And if it wasn't for the the blotting out due to it being an online streamed version, I would say there was some good time ecchi going on. Okay, for that you need a little explanation. So, yeah. So Basara, he says he'll protect Mio as well, like since she is his little sister now. Well, Maria does kind of like does this master servant pact thing where each one will that way Basara will know where the other. She sets it up to. She tells them that Mio will be in charge of Basara, will be his master, but she sets it up the other way. Actually, that way Basara is the master of Mio, because yeah, she acts like a freaking succubus. She's always doing all the succubus type of stuff that you would imagine. So yeah, but they only complete this ritual at certain times. And they did not complete it all the way during a certain time, so it's kind of left incomplete. So whenever Mio thinks kind of like bad thoughts about Basara, who is her master, the pact punishes her. And since it was a succubus made a pact, it punishes her with like sexual urges sort of thing, and that needs to be relieved. So Basara ends up relieving her. They don't have sex, but I believe, what I can see because they blotted it out and everything, is that he was fondling her breasts. And he may have even fondled down there, too. I don't quite know. I mean, guys, this is not I think it might have been just the breasts. Because this is not a hentai anime. This is just a regular rated R anime. Mild nudity, yeah. Because this is a non-hentai work. So it's not going to show them actually it's not going to show them doing sex or doing any of that bullshit. The most it probably is going to show will be the breasts. But we assume she comes in response to this, to having the pact relieved whenever she thinks bad thoughts about it. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of something is kind of there throughout the story. But I'm getting off track now. I don't know how I got on that track. So yeah. So Basara accepts them. Oh yeah, I don't remember where I was going with that. So, I mean, while they may be his little sisters, it's you kind of ship them together, even if they're not blood related. There's kind of like they just kind of adopted Maria and Mio. So they are technically not his sisters, but technically are. They're not blood related. So we could technically get with them. And this is also probably partly a harem anime too. I'll explain why in a moment. And there's also stuff. Yeah, so Basara says he'll protect Mio, and then they just kind of go to various stuff. He goes through there's a couple times during the series where he has to protect her. There's 3 times. The first one is against some bad guy. The second one's against people from the hero village, and then there's the final one at the final. So yeah, also in the high school and stuff he's going to, that Mio was going to, and that he attends when they move there, is a girl from the hero village who was a childhood friend of Basara's. Because apparently, at some point in the past, which it would take too much to explain, he's got some really weird freaking power that would scare everybody. So they kind of banished him, and his father went with him. So, but she's a childhood friend who likes him. That is clearly evident. And she is sitting there as a watcher of Mio, since the hero village knows that she is like the demon lord, the previous demon lord's daughter. So there's that going on. And then due to some stuff and everything, she ends up living with Mio and Maria and Basara in the house as well. And since it's just the four of them, since the father is still overseas. Except at the final ending, it shows him. It shows like the new demon. It shows a demon walking around, talking to people and ordering stuff around. This demon walking into a room. It's littered with bodies, and there's the Basara's father on there. It's like, oh, it's a new demon lord. It looks like I need to teach you not to mess with my kids. Oh. Well, because with the entire show, you hear about him being a fucking badass. And then we finally see him again, and he's like, so, new demon lord, I need to teach you a lesson. It's like, ooh, that demon lord's gonna get an ass whooping. I know. So yeah, so there's just the four of them living in the house. Basara, Mio, Maria, and Yuki. There we go. And we know Yuki likes him. We know Mio likes him, but she's kind of like a little Sundir type. And then also Maria likes him. Because, I forget how it actually started, but there was a fight between Yuki and Mio about Basara. And they were like, okay, Maria, which side do you take? She's like, I take neither, I want it for myself. And like, So, I sense another harem anime coming on, which strangely enough appears up. There's a harem anime just about all the time nowadays. Just about every other anime, well, at least every other anime that I watch nowadays, that's a new one, is pretty much has harem qualities. I mean, which is kind of sucks for some of them, because some of the harem ones is like, okay, you know he's gonna have to choose one at the end. But then you have stuff like this where like, okay, you can see him getting together with all of them. Then you have stuff like High School DxD, where a fucking his main purpose stuff. He says to the beginning, he's like, I'm gonna build a harem. And there are trends to having that harem being formed on DxD. Yeah, I'm going a little off topic here, but I'll give an example. Because like the older brother who is like a leader who is like a major leader. Like, I'm just giving a general overview for people who don't know it. The people who don't know it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so the main girl in High School DxD, her older brother is like a major leader of devils. He's pretty much the new Satan. So he kind of orders that all the girls. So towards like the end of the second season, he kind of orders all the girls. Like after all the bullshit's gone down, he orders that all the girls should live. All the girls in the group should live at the guy's place, at this main guy character's place, for safety reasons. The brother is trying to help him build a harem. The older brother of the female protagonist, or one of the female characters. It's like, come on, that's just funny. Anyway, back to Testament. I give this one about 8.5 stars. I mean, for some reason, it kind of, I don't know, for some reason it lacks some things, but I can't explain what. I mean, it had a good, interesting plotline. It was something new and innovative. I mean, yeah, he's having to protect somebody, but there's magic, demons, heroes, you get fights going on. They're actually little sisters. You got the whole fucking ecchi stuff. It is new and unique. I mean, sure, it has borrowed from other places. I mean, it's kind of hard not to. but they twisted it all together in a new concept. So it is good on that account. Though I can't say quite what's lacking, and also just because like it's not fully done yet, because the bullshit they're pulling was splitting it up into 12 episode seasons that are going to be a couple months apart, when they can pretty much just make it one 24 episode series. I don't know. I call bullshit. But anyway, so 8.5 stars. I don't know why I don't. It might be a 9. I don't know why I take off some of this stuff. I don't know. But anyway, that'll be it for this one. So next, and I'm just about caught up too. There's only 2 more on my list I haven't done a review of just yet. Then after that, I really haven't finished anything recently to do a review on. So once I do these next few videos, it might be 3. I might do a special, but the next 2 after the next 2 at least, I will be all caught up, and then I'll just have to do stuff that comes out. So my next video will be about a popular show, one of the popular and better well-known this past year, Tokyo Ghoul. Look forward to that one. Of course, I'll probably just fucking mess it up as usual. So, until next time, adios and sayonara.